Hello, so I'm going to do a little workout designed for people who'd like to get back into running. So it's going to focus on single leg strength, glute strength, and adductor strength, as well as making sure that the deep abdominal muscles and pelvic floor are recruited appropriately to ensure that you're fully supported in your exercises. So we're going to start with some postural checks, some breathing, and then get stuck in. So all you need is a mat. So if you come to standing nice and tall with your feet placed under your sitting bones, spreading your toes into the mat, we're just going to shift our weight forward and back a few times. So shifting your weight back, allowing the toes to lift, shifting your weight forward, allowing the heels to lift. Let's just do a few of these. And now coming to a position where you feel your weight is equally distributed across the front and back of the feet. So that might be leaning slightly forward than where you're normally used to, as we tend to carry a lot of weight in our heels. And then from here, imagining there's a long thread pulling the crown of your head towards the ceiling. So as if someone was to take your head and kind of give it a little pull and a shake, so everything just neatly realigns. Nestling the back of your head into an imaginary pillow, so chin slightly drawn in. And we'll just take a few breaths. So breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And as you do this, just check, without changing anything, what's happening with your breath. Is your belly inflating? Is your chest lifting? Are your shoulders rising? Now bringing your hands up to the outer edges of the rib cage, and we really want to direct the breath away from belly breathing, away from making us lift our shoulders, and we want to focus on lateral thoracic breathing. So as we breathe in, we want to feel the rib cage expand to the sides, front and back, into the hands like a big umbrella, and as we breathe out, we want to feel the rib cage coming closer together. So big breath in and out. And again, breathing into those hands. Just adding some core muscle engagement. So we're just going to breathe in and imagine you're breathing all the way down into your torso. So nice long inhale. And this time as you exhale, you're going to start to lift up through the muscles of the pelvic floor. So imagine you're zipping through the base of the torso, so engaging those muscles. And then when you've got maximum pelvic floor engagement, you're going to draw the whole body back. And inhale, relax. Exhale, drawing it through the pelvic floor and then drawing the belly back. Again, inhale, relax. Exhale, drawing it through the pelvic floor and drawing the belly back. So we'll just keep going with this breath, just taking a couple of shoulder rolls. Then keeping the hands wider than the shoulders, taking a few circles. And then taking the feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart, just flopping the arms from side to side. Just a quick little spine and shoulder warm up, bringing the feet back under your sitting bones, softening the knees, hands on the hips, and we'll take a few pelvic tilts. So the key thing here is to work with the core muscles rather than the glutes. So we're going to take a breath in, and as we exhale, I'm going to lift up through the pelvic floor and allow the belly to draw back to allow that pelvis to tuck under. And then as we inhale, we're going to tilt it back. So exhale, tucking under, and inhale, tucking back. As you exhale and you tuck under, imagine your ischial tuberosity, so your sitting bones are closer together. And as you inhale and tuck back, imagining them drawing apart. So exhale in, and inhale coming apart. And exhale, drawing those together, and inhale, drawing apart. So a couple more of these. Exhale in, and inhale out, and exhale in. And inhale out. And now coming to a position where you feel roughly in between. So we're going to look for our neutral spine. So generally hip bones and pubic bones should be on the same plane. And then when we're here, we'll do a couple of roll downs. So keeping the weight distributed across your feet. So without being tempted to shift your weight back as you roll down, we're going to take a breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to imagine we're rolling over a huge barrel. So you basically are aiming to kind of lengthen the spine here rather than shifting your weight back and just rolling down onto yourself. So big breath in. Exhale, rolling down, relaxing your shoulders, shoulders, relaxing your jaw. And at the bottom of the roll down, knees soft, breathing in here. And exhale, drawing up through the pelvic floor, drawing the belly back, rolling it back up. And again, inhale here. Exhale, rolling it down. And inhale here. Exhale, rolling back up, keeping that weight centered. Rolling the shoulders back. We're going to ground down through the right leg. So squeezing the glutes here, keeping the hips even, breathing in. And as we exhale, we're going to hover the left knee up. Inhale, we're going to take the knee out without shifting the hips, so the hips stay facing forwards. And then inhale, knee to center, exhale down. We're going to do 3 more of these. Exhale, knee hovers. Inhale, open. Exhale in. Inhale down. And again, exhale, knee hovers. Keep squeezing those glutes. Inhale, open. Exhale in. Inhale down. Last one. Exhale, knee hovers. So really watch out that this hip isn't being pulled up. So you want your hips to stay level. Inhale, open. Exhale in. Inhale down. As you just same on the other side, grounding down to the left leg. Glutes are engaged. Breathing in. Exhale, knee hovers. Inhale, open. Exhale in. Inhale down. And again, exhale, hover. Inhale, open. Exhale in. Inhale down. 2 more. Exhale, hover. Inhale, open. Exhale in. Inhale down. Last one. Exhale, hover. Inhale, open. Exhale in. Inhale down. Taking the feet a little bit wider. Let's just draw some big circles with the hips. Do a couple of circles one way and a couple of circles the other way. Okay, and then from here, we're gonna take a breath in, and as we exhale, we're gonna roll all the way down. Keeping the knees soft at the end, softening the knees. We're gonna step all the way forward into our plank. And here we're gonna squeeze the glutes, opening the shoulders and really pressing down with the fingers. We're gonna hold it for 3 breaths. So keep breathing into that rib cage. And lifting out of the mat, so really strong in the shoulders, pressing down with the fingers, keeping the neck nice and long, looking between the hands. And then we're going to hinge our hips up, keeping the knees really soft. So directing the sitting bones towards the ceiling, and we're just going to walk it out here. And feel free to keep the hips rocking from side to side, just to get a bit more of a stretch. And then we're going to come back to our plank, and we're going to do some, bring knee to elbow on each side. So taking a breath in. As you exhale, without lifting the hips up, you're going to bring the right knee to the right elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, left knee to the left elbow. Inhale back. And exhale, right knee. Inhale back. Exhale, left knee. Inhale back. One more on each side. Exhale, right knee. Inhale back. Exhale, left knee. Inhale back, hinging the hips up. Knees soft. Giving it another wiggle, walking the feet out. And then we're going to bring the right knee in towards the nose so that we can pop the right foot in between the hands. And we come up to high lunge. And here just taking a moment to find your balance, squeezing the glutes. If you feel a pinching in your lower back, just shift your torso forwards, and we're just going to roll on the back, ball of the back foot for a moment. Squeezing the glutes. The more you squeeze the glutes, the more you'll feel a stretch in the front of your hip. And then here we're going to bring the back foot in about a foot, so that you are in kind of quite a narrow high lunge. Hands on the hips. Again, if you feel any pinching in your back, shift your torso forward. And we're going to do 8 knee dips. So the back knee is going to go straight down. So breathing in as you dip down. And then exhale, squeezing the glutes to come back up. And again, 2. And 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. On the 8th one, we're going to stay low. If this is too much, drop your knee down. So you're going to stay low, and we're going to bring the hands on the outer edges of the ribcage. Keep squeezing the glutes, breathing in. And as we exhale, we're going to twist the ribcage towards the right. Inhale, center, exhale towards the left. Inhale, center, exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale, center, exhale, twist towards the left. So the hips are not shifting, the back knee isn't shifting. Inhale, center, exhale, twist towards the right. And inhale, center, exhale, just towards the left. Inhale, back center. I'm going to push up that back foot and bring the knee up as we straighten the legs. Breathing in. Exhale, bringing the knee up. Inhale, coming back to your starting position. Exhale, knee up. Inhale, back. Exhale, knee up. Inhale, back. Let's do 5 more. Exhale, knee up. Inhale, back. 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 Last one, I think. Exhale, knee up. Inhale, back. Dropping that back foot. Bringing your right hand onto your right thigh. Keep squeezing those left glutes. Inhale as you reach up with your left arm. Exhale as you go into side bend here. And really breathing into the left side of your body, dropping the shoulders. So inhale, feeling the ribcage expand. Exhale, feeling the ribs drawing closer together. And then coming all the way up, rolling the shoulders back, tucking the back toes under, hands either side of your right foot, bringing the feet together, coming back to your forward fold, giving your legs a little wiggle. Breathing in here and exhale, rolling it up. One vertebra at a time, rolling the shoulders back at the top. We'll repeat the same on the other side. So, feet under your sitting bones, making sure your weight hasn't shifted to your heels. Breathing in. Exhale, rolling it down. And you should almost feel your heels lifting here. You could lift your heels if you wanted the extra challenge. At the bottom of the roll down, we're going to soften the knees. We're going to walk the hands all the way forwards into a full plank again. Squeezing the glutes, and here we're going to lift the legs up. So we're going to breathe in. As we exhale, right leg lift, squeeze the glutes, hips don't move, inhale down. Exhale, left leg lift, really squeezing the glutes, inhale down. Exhale, right, squeezing those glutes, inhale down. Exhale, left, squeeze the glutes, inhale down. One more on each side, exhale, right, inhale down. Exhale, left, inhale down, hinging the hips up, giving the hips a wiggle, walking out the feet. And this time we're going to bring the right knee in towards the nose, placing the right foot between the hands. Feel free to give it a little helping hand. And then lengthening the spine, squeezing the glutes, rolling forward and back. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the jaw. And then popping your hands back down so you can bring that back foot in. And then bending the knee, taking a moment to find your balance. So your feet should stay sitting bone distance apart. I'm just going to swap legs. I've failed in my mirroring there somehow. So hands on the hips, and we're going to do our 8 knee dips. So you're going to inhale as we dip down, exhale as we come back up. Inhale down, exhale up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and here either hovering or dropping the back knee, hands on the rib cage, breathing in. Exhale, twisting towards the left. Inhale, center, exhale, twisting towards the right. Inhale, center, exhale, twisting towards the left. Inhale, center, exhale, twisting towards the right. One more on each side. Inhale, center, exhale, towards the left. Inhale, center, exhale, towards the right. Coming back to center, dropping that back knee. Popping your left hand on your left thigh. Inhale as you reach your right arm up. Exhale as you go into side bend on this side, dropping the shoulders. And breathing, really focusing on expanding your right side of the body this time. And then popping hands either side of your left foot, tucking your back toes under so that you can bring your back foot to meet your front one, relaxing the legs here, relaxing the head even, holding on to opposite elbows, gently rocking from side to side. You can walk out the knees. Breathing into your back, relaxing the arms, breathing in here, exhale, rolling it up. One vertebra at a time, rolling everything up. And then we're going to take the feet probably a bit wider than mat distance apart, depending on which way you've got your mat. Hands on the hips. And we're going to do some adductor, so some kind of adductor squats. So your torso stays nice and tall. As we inhale, we're going to sit back towards the right as if you're just trying to sit on a chair that's behind our back foot. So reaching back, so you're hinging back with the hips, like so. So your spine stays in neutral, so you're not arching the back and you're not also tucking anything under. So you're literally just reaching back, toes are facing forwards. And then exhale to center, inhale, reaching back towards the left foot. Exhale to center, inhale, reaching back towards the right. And your spine, your neck stays nice and long, so head aligned with the neck, so you're not looking up like this, so nice long neck. Inhale, exhale up, inhale down towards the right, towards the left even. Exhale up and just stop. And hopefully you feel a nice stretch in your adductors, and you should feel like you're working the glutes to come back up. So inhale, sit back, exhale, squeeze the glutes to come back up. Inhale, sit back, exhale, squeeze the glutes to come back up. Inhale, sit back, exhale, squeeze the glutes to come back up. Inhale, sit back, exhale, squeeze the glutes to come back up. One more on each side. Inhale back, exhale up, inhale back, exhale up. And then staying here actually, turning the heels in, toes out, softening the knees, and we'll just stay here in our plie. So nice long tall torso here, little bosses. Lifting the right heel up, and lowering it, and left heel up. And lowering it, right heel up, and lowering it, left heel up. And lowering it, and right. And left. And then toes in, reaching up nice and tall, and then falling forwards, flat back. And then relaxing into forward here, giving the hips a little shimmy. And then bringing the hands towards your right ankle. If you've got that flexibility, wrapping your hands around that ankle for a little hamstring stretch on this side. And it's just same on the other side, wrapping your hands around the left ankle. Bringing the hands back to center, walking the feet in, softening the knees, breathing in. Exhale, rolling it back up. Last series, we're going to do some squats with on a single standing leg. We're going to run down through the right leg again, just taking the weight off the left. Hands on the hips. And then as we inhale, we're going to sit back into our imaginary chair. And then exhale, squeezing the glutes to come back up. So start tiny and just see how you fare. You want the hips to stay as level as possible. And obviously you want this leg to stay as strong as possible. If your knee buckles from side to side, it just means you're working super hard. And it means actually that you need to get this nailed a bit more if you want to feel really strong running. So inhale, sitting back, and exhale up. And again, so you'll see I'm not quite feeling that strong yet after being 4 months postpartum. So I definitely need to do this a bit more often. So I'm going to take the weight off my, so I'm mirroring you, weight off my left leg. Inhale, sitting back, and exhale up. Inhale, sitting back, and exhale. Really squeezing the glutes, exhale up. So the right foot is really strong, really grounded. The toes are spread into the mat and it is working really hard. And again, inhale, sitting back. And exhale up. If you find this super easy, feel free to put a bench behind you. Sit on the bench without letting it take your weight, and then sitting back up. And again, inhale back, and exhale up. Inhale back, and exhale up. So we want to do about 8 of these. Inhale back. And exhale, let's swap side, grounding down to the left leg, squeezing the glutes, taking the weight off the right foot. Inhale back, and exhale up. So I find it much easier on this side actually. Inhale back, and exhale up. 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 Let's do a couple more. Whoop, inhale back. And exhale up, and last one, inhale back, and exhale up, giving the legs a little shake, running down through the right leg, squeezing the glutes, grabbing hold of the left ankle, knees together, hips forward, little quad stretch. Breathing here. If you want to intensify it, you can push the back foot into the hand. Try and level the knees. And let's swap sides. Feel free to use a wall if you need to, if this feels super wobbly. So knees together, hips forward, squeezing the glutes and breathing. And there we go, and giving everything a shake. And there we are. That's the little series. I think if you did that quite regularly, you probably feel quite strong running after a while. But I'll try and do some more because there are so many more exercises I could include. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, please feel free to leave me some feedback, and I'm always open to requests.